This is the TAKARA TOMY Animal Adventure Figure Ania AL-12 Velociraptor Dinosaur Figure. Velociraptor is a genus of dromaeosaurid theropod dinosaur that lived approximately 75 to 71 million years ago during the latter part of the Cretaceous period. Two species are currently recognized, although others have been assigned in the past. The type species is V. mongoliensis. Fossils of this species have been discovered in Mongolia. A second species, V. osmolski, was named in 2008 for skull material from Inner Mongolia, China. Smaller than other dromaeosaurids like Deinonychus and Echinobator, Velociraptor nevertheless shared many of the same anatomical features. It was a bipedal, feathered carnivore with a long tail and an enlarged sickle-shaped claw on each hindfoot, which is thought to have been used to tackle and tear into prey. Velociraptor can be distinguished from other dromaeosaurids by its long and low skull, with an upturned snout. Velociraptor, commonly shortened Iraptor, is one of the dinosaur genera most familiar to the general public due to its prominent role in the Jurassic Park motion picture series. In real life, however, Velociraptor was roughly the size of a turkey, considerably smaller than the approximately 2 meters, 6 plus half a foot, tall and 80 kilograms, 180 pounds, reptiles seen in the films, which were based on members of the related genus Deinonychus. Today, Velociraptor is well known to paleontologists, with over a dozen described fossil skeletons. The most of any dromaeosaurid. One particularly famous specimen preserves a Velociraptor locked in combat with a Protoceratops. During an American Museum of Natural History expedition to the outer Mongolian Gobi Desert on August 11, 1923, Peter Kyson discovered the first Velociraptor fossil known to science, a crushed but complete skull, associated with one of the raptorial second toe claws, AMNH 6515. In 1924, Museum President Henry Fairfield Osborn designated the skull and claw, which he assumed to come from the hand, as the type specimen of his new genus, Velociraptor. This name is derived from the Latin words velox, swift, and raptor, robber or plunderer, and refers to the animal's cursorial nature and carnivorous diet. Osborn named the type species V. mongoliensis after its country of origin. Earlier that year, Osborn had mentioned the animal in a popular press article, under the name Oviraptor jadoctari, not to be confused with the similarly named Oviraptor. However, because the name Oviraptor was not published in a scientific journal or accompanied by a formal description, the name Velociraptor retains priority. While North American teams were shut out of Communist Mongolia during the Cold War, expeditions by Soviet and Polish scientists, in collaboration with Mongolian colleagues, recovered several more specimens of Velociraptor. The most famous is part of the fighting dinosaur specimen, Gen 125, discovered by a Polish-Mongolian team in 1971. The fossil preserves a Velociraptor in battle against a Protoceratops. It is considered a national treasure of Mongolia, and in 2000 it was loaned to the American Museum of Natural History in New York City for a temporary exhibition. Between 1988 and 1990, a joint Chinese-Canadian team discovered Velociraptor remains in northern China. American scientists returned to Mongolia in 1990, and a joint Mongolian-American expedition to the Gobi, led by the American Museum of Natural History and the Mongolian Academy of Sciences, turned up several well-preserved skeletons. One such specimen, IGM 100-980, was nicknamed Ichabod Craniosaurus by Norell's team because the fairly complete specimen was found without its skull, in allusion to the Washington Irving character Ichabod Crane. While Norell and Makovicki provisionally considered it a specimen of Velociraptor mongoliensis, it was named as a new species Sri Devi in 2021. Maxillae and lacrimal, the main tooth-bearing bones of the upper jaw, and the bone that forms the anterior margin of the eye socket, respectively, recovered in 1999 by the Sino-Belgian dinosaur expeditions were found to pertain to Velociraptor, but not to the type species V. mongoliensis. Pascal Godefroy and colleagues named these bones V. Osmolski, for Polish paleontologist Hauska Osmolska, in 2008. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to like our Facebook page and share the video.